Gachiakuta taught me that one man's trash is another person's labubu. Every year, Shonen fans gather around the dumpster fire known as Twitter and declare that this is the next big shonen, the chosen one, the one that's going to change the game. And every year it's true about half the time. The other half, just some cool character designs with a great first 3 episodes, which then becomes as forgettable as the last TikTok you swiped past. And this year's craze is Gachiakuta. And by the way, for those wondering what that even means, Gachi is slang for serious or real, and Akuta means trash. So this is some serious trash. Now, a graffiti rebel in a justice-fueled fever dream has the internet losing its collective mind. My feed right now is about 60% Gachiakuta panels, 30% anime edits, and 10% real-world problems.
On one side of us are the real cattle who let TV do the thinking for them, while on the other is power who believe that we are shit and feeble-minded cattle. Over in the barn, they want us to take care of them, but a long time ago they gave up on themselves and now they won't lift a single finger.
I'm trying to watch my romance anime. Now, what is Gachiakuta about? In short, it's a dystopian vertical class society where the rich live above and the poor live below. And by below, I mean literally Dante's Inferno level of below, but made of garbage. Our protagonist Rudo is a street-smart, chain-swinging delinquent who's falsely accused of murder and thrown into this wasteland. In most anime, this is where the main character finds a magical sword or gets told that they're the chosen one. But here he fights a giant monster and then gets thrown into human traffickers. Yeah, this is no isekai, buddy. Even then, you might be wondering, why does it stand out from Dark Shonen number 328? Well, first off, the art style is insane. If you've seen the mangaka herself, you know that she is the manga. Punk as hell. The manga pages feel spray painted into existence, every panel swinging like a chain to the face. And the anime nails this energy without losing that grit. But it's not just style for style's sake. The world building is actually doing something. The trash-filled setting isn't a gimmick. It's actually political. I just want to watch my romance. The higher you live, the cleaner your world. The lower you go, the more the rot sets in. Sounds familiar? Because Gachiakuta's vertical city isn't just a dystopian fantasy. It's a magnified mirror of the growing wealth disparity that we see today. As of August 2025, the combined net worth of the 8 richest people in the world clocks in at around $2 trillion. That's roughly equal to Russia's entire GDP. And if that doesn't shock you, get this. The wealth of those 8 billionaires equals the combined wealth of the bottom 50% of the global population. From movies like Parasite to shows like Arcane, this kind of layered society is a powerful symbol of reality. The ultra-rich live so high above, accumulating wealth that they no longer see or care about the people struggling down below. They equate wealth with self-worth and poverty with less than human. Now, you might be annoyed by political talks or think this sounds like excuses for poverty, but the truth is we live in a capitalist society designed to make you forget about inherited wealth and the ever-widening gap even as the average wages stay mostly stagnant. Nowadays, money isn't tied to anything tangible. It's just paper, given value because we all collectively agree that it has value. And in Gachiakuta, you see the same principle applied to survival and to the powers that they have. The things rich consider trash becomes priceless in those slums. It's a sharp way of showing how value is based entirely on perspective. And sometimes it's society's perspective that is rotten itself. Beneath the chains and chaos, Gachiakuta is about systemic injustice. It's about being judged for where you come from and discarded before you ever had a chance. Rudo isn't just fighting monsters, he's fighting the label of trash slapped onto him before he could ever prove himself. And the best shonen stories make every insane fight an extension of the MC's personal struggle. That's why Gachiakuta works. Every punch, every chain swing isn't just cool action. It's survival, it's anger, it's the will to prove that you matter. It's punk rock with emotional stakes. I understand if at first glance you think it might be extremely edgy, but it never tips so far into misery that it forgets to entertain you. I mean, in one episode, the dude literally uses a plunger with shit on it. Like, it's not trying to be edgy deep, it's just the right amount of unhinged. At its core, it's still a revenge story, but stripped down and sharpened into something raw. Rudo isn't raging just to rage, his pain is believable, and his drive is human. Dark shonen isn't about who can be edgier, it's just shonen with higher stakes, grittier settings, and themes that hit a little closer to reality. At the end of the day, Gachiakuta does have the style, the attitude, and the momentum to be anime's next big thing, but we need to stop worrying about that. Just let it be what it is, a punk rock political action-packed thriller. It redefines the meaning of trash. It shows how value is assigned to objects and to people, often for reasons that make no sense at all. It asks us what really matters and to redefine our values not based off of what society thinks. Gachiakuta is seriously trash. Was this video just an excuse for me to talk about politics? Yeah, pretty much. I mean, Gachiakuta, you don't need me to tell you that it's really good, and the recent episode was pretty hype. I think it's only an upwards trajectory from how it's been, but I really did want to talk about why it's important, and that premise, I mean, the show itself takes a lot of inspiration, but I personally don't think inspiration is a bad thing when it's clear enough to be acknowledged, even if the author is not talking about it, because we have written virtually anything, right? Like, just take Star Wars and Dune, for example. Dune came out first in book-wise, and then they made the Star Wars movies, and then Dune came out, and people are like, oh, look, it's just like Star Wars. Dune came out first. And before Dune, I mean, it's a story about Messiah, right? Like, go back to the Bible. Like, imagine every story about a Messiah, people were just like, oh, well, the Bible did that first, so it doesn't count. Like, no, look, I think it is a bit controversial when they steal it and then they don't acknowledge it at all. All that aside, Gachiakuta is great. There's also a great video I've watched where it talks about the author being inspired, and I think worked for other mangakas. And yeah, before I end the video, I wanted to thank you guys again for the support. It's really meaningful, and seeing all the comments and seeing all the kind words, it's why I keep making videos. So you will be sure to see more of them. And I also just wanted to leave a comment up. I think I'm gonna start doing that from every video from now on. So yes, I am asking you guys to comment, but also, who knows, maybe you'll be in the end of the video. And yeah. That being said, I might see you in the next one.